So I didn't stop taking anxiety and depression and OCD meds because I was cured. I realize now that I stopped taking those because I stopped identifying as broken or sick or that there was something wrong with me. Now, those meds helped me and they supported me for 30 years. I don't know what my life would have been if I had not taken them, so I'm not going to go and claim or create this alternate universe where I made a mistake and doctors made a mistake and society and big pharma are bad. I can only speak for where I am now in my life and how this spiritual awakening has me realize that everything mattered. The flutter of every butterfly's wings mattered to bring me exactly where I am, so no regrets. But I will say that for a person to take anxiety meds, depression medication, or any of that stuff, well, I needed to identify as depressed. So I'm taking depression meds. I've got anxiety, so I'm taking anxiety meds. I have a headache, so I'm taking something to reduce the pain from the headache. So I didn't give up the pills because I was cured or I was at the end of my treatment. I gave up the pills because I stopped identifying with these limiting beliefs, with these diagnoses, these identities, these fears. I decided to take my life back into my own hands and to identify as what I want to identify as and to focus on what I want and not what I don't want. Focus on who I truly am underneath all the layers of the onion, all of it, the identity, the lifestyle, the ego, the things I say, the things I do, the clothes I wear, my reputation, what I've done in the past, where I'm supposed to be going, what people expect of me, people pleasing, or all of it. Dissolve all that stuff. And to really tap into who I really am, I needed to be raw and pure and clean and in connection and intuitive and alert. So giving up all of these things, leaving me in a very vulnerable but open place, receptive place, has been the biggest blessing in my life. And things are happening in my life. So my suggestion would be obviously medication and doctors and all of these things to help us serve a purpose. I'm not here to advocate or propagate any kind of negativity about that because I chose those things in my life and they got me through. And then when I decided to choose to get off of them, I saw a professional, I saw a doctor, and he followed me closely until I changed to another doctor, which I have now, and now she followed me thoroughly, regularly through the process over the past year. So I didn't just cold turkey this or wing it. I did this responsibly and safely, which is what I would recommend anybody actually who wants to experiment with that. The first one would be to consult somebody that's a professional and let them know where you are and what you want to maybe try, and they will come up with a process, a weaning process or downscaling, or they know what they're doing with these kinds of things. Just stick to your guns and say, I do want to get off of this, and hopefully you get a good doctor or a good person that will help you. So I want to make sure to let people know that this was done safely and that we shouldn't self-diagnose. You know, doctors gave me these medications and doctors helped me get off of them, I guess is the best way I can say it. The words we use to speak love or death over our lives will create this identity, will create these beliefs. And I don't want to identify with any of that anymore. That stuff has melted off of me. And I've left that behind me in a broken pile of chains. And I'm walking away. Even if it's challenging and I'm going through some transformative stuff, most of it, 80% of it, is very beneficial and very, very inspiring. And in this awakening, I choose something else for my life and for myself. I choose to identify as something different, something new, something actually I'm not even sure what is yet, because there are still a little bit of remnants of the old me. So I'm in a bit of a limbo here. I'm in a little bit like in the cocoon, not sure what is happening, but I am getting glimpses and little visions of what's to come, and it is nothing but beautiful and inspiring, and I'm eager and excited to show and to share with you all as it happens.